What do you got here?
I have a World War II baby gas mask.
Hey, Rick, come here.
What in the world do we have here?
I have a baby gas mask.
Must be a really stinky poo.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to try to sell my baby gas mask from World War II. The gas mask is from 1939. It's in very good condition, and it has the original box and the paperwork along with the gas mask. I spoke to a museum that said it might be worth up to $5,000, so I was thinking maybe I'll cut them a break and sell it to them for $4,000. This one was given out in England. My uncle was born just before D-Day, so they were worried that there was going to be some type of chemical attack, so they gave it to my grandmother for my uncle.
Okay. Yeah, it must have been extremely scary living at a time when you needed one of these things in your house.
The pamphlet here says that if you leave your house, you will be killed.
Okay.
I've seen plenty of gas masks before, but I've never seen one made for a baby. I know they handed out gas masks all over England during World War II, but I just can't imagine being a parent and having to put my child in this thing.
It's just really bizarre. I mean, I just can't imagine taking a baby and throwing it in this thing and...
Well, it's not as bad as it sounds. You actually put the baby up inside, and you cinch it closed with this, and then you can pump the filter.
I mean, quite frankly, this is the only one I've ever seen, and I know nothing about it.
They're extremely valuable.
Okay.
Tens of thousands, if not millions of dollars.
I can guarantee you that's not going to happen, but I would like someone to take a look at it. Hell, right now, I'm just taking your word that it's for a baby. And
I'm only looking for $4,000. Cash, I'm on my way.
I have a buddy, he's the curator of the Clark County Museum. I'm gonna have him take a look at it, and I'll get a better idea of what it is and what it's worth. Okay?
That'd be great.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
This thing's extremely unique, and sometimes that can mean extremely valuable. So I'm calling in my buddy Mark so he can tell us more about it and how it was used.
I'm the administrator of the Clark County Museum System. I am intensely curious about history, the real artifacts, what they are, how they were used, and what we can learn from them. Well, you've got an infant gas mask.
Okay, so it is an infant gas mask.
Yes, it is British. It is World War II. It's dated 39. By 1939, they had already made over 9 million civilian gas masks in Britain. They were trying to make gas masks for every man, woman, and child on the island. 1939, World War II started. All sides knew that they had gas. They had used it in World War I, and this was the great horror weapon that they were worried about having used again. There were treaties in place that said, no, we won't do this, but you didn't know for sure, so you had to plan for it. A place like Britain, you're on an island. It's not going to get off the island, and you can kill everybody there. So there was a great deal of fear that perhaps gas would be used. And what do you do with infants? World War II was a war that involved everyone in the world, not just the people on the battlefield. What we tend to forget was the home front was part of the war. If you were in Britain, you were part of the war. Because it's an infant, you'd have to pump air in there for the infant. They could hold everything while still pumping.
I mean, it's just scary and creepy to me, you know what I mean?
There are certain artifacts that are just appalling just because they have to exist.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that somebody had to sit down and say, okay, if they're going to drop gas on us, how are we going to keep infants alive? The idea of getting your infant into a gas mask like this, it would have been the most frightening thing to ever run into, but it was at least an option that you had just in case. It's one of those things, it's horrible that it had to exist. It's wonderful that it only exists as a brand new piece that was never used.
Okay. Thanks for coming in, Mark.
Not a problem. Thanks a lot, Rick. Himon, good to meet you.
Thank you.
Chumley, good to see you.
See you next time.
So, what do you want for it?
$4,000.
I mean, it's definitely different, I can tell you that.
Somebody might want it.
Someone's probably gonna want it, but
$3,000?
you know, it's just, I just don't know how to display this in the store. You know what, man, I think I'm gonna pass. It's just, you know, I mean, once I found out more about it, it just creeps me out more and more. But thanks for bringing it. I mean, at least I learned something.
Cool, thanks.
Thanks a lot, man.
See you.
Even though this thing has value, I just know that something is going to be difficult to sell. And if it's creeping me out, there's a good chance it's going to be creeping my customers out too. And I don't think there's anybody out there who wants to put a baby gas mask in their curio cabinet.